Oh, yeah.
No team has been able to beat just yet.
And this is, for Gen.G, probably the only chance they'll ever get to get a Penton beat.
Has really come down to how these drafts interact just in a mid-game in a fairly even setting. And so I think so much of what needs to be looked at now for both teams is to have everything that you need in order to win mid-game skirmishes.
Risky choice here for Gen.G. Let's see if Hanwha Life are willing to pick up the Ziggs themselves. And they will say it. Yes. Yeah. The answer is yes.
You have to, right?
Oh, God, Peanut. In Game 5, really? You troll us like this?
He's having some fun.
He's obviously going to pick 5, but like that is so Peanut. That is the most Peanut thing. Nautilus going to be locked away here by Lehends. Of course, historically, one of his best champions. Has found so much success on this pick, but Nautilus himself hasn't found a lot of success recently, and that is the Rel. A very different story. Delight has been extremely good on this champion. It's why we've seen it banned so many times. Certainly a few old teammates of his down here on the bottom side.
Yeah, we'll see. It might be teleporting Keen down again. Lehends is already at the turret. That was a crucial mistake in the first game. They might still look for a dive.
Yeah, 4 versus 2. I've seen this one before. That is going to be Lehends taking so much damage, but he finds the hook. It is once again going to be the 1-for-1. But can they find more? That's the question. Doran does not have.
Looks like Chovy is now going to get that back in. We'll see. I imagine Doran is a man of restraint and does not walk up to the brush. But it's Doran, so I just don't know, guys. I think
See whether they know that Lehends is also in position. X-Flash going to get channeled and he just flashes away.
If Doran is walking up like that when pace is down, Lehends is missing, they're not going to go for it.
Well, they're still going to land a hook as Doran taking a lot of damage here. That
or give yourself a better team fight. They already got that first dragon as well. Canyon's coming in.
Yeah, looking for the angle there. They don't quite find the dredge line as Doran does get impaled, but he's surviving for so long. The exhaust goes down, but it just does not do enough. The Grandmaster's Mind comes in. The Ziggs takes the first kill. The Jax finally goes down, but now it's Hanwha Life Esports' turn to get aggressive. Great stun to come through from the Shattering Strike. Keen, does he have enough buns? It's Cassante. So of course he does, but not enough to get out of the cease and desist, and Zeka is going to put him down.
More grubs to Gen.G.
Yeah, this is huge. Grubs being picked up for a Ziggs who already has that turret destructive power. Oh, feel very valuable. Canyon says no.
Canyon getting on in there as Peanut not going to be able to lock that one down. It was an early smite as now Zeka's in trouble on the top side of the map. Does get that shield back, and oh, that satchel's so good! Bouncing Bomb is not going to quite find the kill back. Under the wings or something, which is where you go, because it doesn't look like, you know, you're not really visible. All right, yeah, Lehends out of position. Vault Breaker's going to connect. Hanwha Life Esports look a little apprehensive, but Lehends is just dead, and they know it. Zeka going to be able to lock down that kill. Make it 5 versus 2 is now Chovy spotted here by Delight. They're going to teleport in. They're looking for it. Cease and desist. Titles.
Domestic dominant and the titles that they've been able to get.
Achievements are huge. I mean,
they don't know. Canyon's in the pit.
Yeah, Delight finding a little angle here. This could be a huge impale. Canyon! He gets on in there. The impale only onto one. Zeka is not going to be focused here as the cease and desist into the backline. Mega Inferno Bomb. It's Chovy that's the target, and Chovy they will find. Pace gets into the backline though. It's a Hextech minefield, and he's just destroyed. Delight is trying to keep Keen busy, but that is not a good use of Keen's time.
I mean, you see there again. I think ideally, maybe Peanut's the one that you take out of the fight, right? The problem here is Canyon maybe looking.
Yeah, maybe wanting to find a little bit of an angle here, but Doran just going to jump in and trying to find an angle. 52, as that is going to be the Ziggs that takes down the Dragon.
It all comes down to one more big fight.
Poke is landing, but again, if Gen.G move too many people down, Hanwha Life, they have basically full control of the vision.
Banana Brush does come on in there as Doran looking for an angle. Blast Cone over from Canyon. He's going to disengage. Oh man, it's so dark in that Dragon Pit. Gen.G know that they can't give up this soul. It's going to be so devastating. Zeka, he tanks, that Void Seeker, and then immediately the rest of the team dive on top of him just in case. There's the dive bomb to come through. Viper, he takes that one. Doran still looking for a little bit of an angle here. Zeka in an awkward position in the back of the pit now. Doran looks for the angle, he finds the counter-strike, there's the knock-up. The Impale is massive, but so is Mega Inferno Bomb. And now they all pile in. Pays is going to be taken down first. Keen is out of the fight. And GEN.G, they don't have the men to do battle against Hanwha Life Esports around the Dragon. They'll take the Dragon away, but Hanwha Life Esports may have just won the game.
Hanwha Life are definitely going to be looking towards the Baron. Doran ensuring that Canyon can't leave.
Down he will fall, very likely. He might be able to escape here against this Jax, but with this stun, it's less likely. He's very slippery, very difficult to lock down, but keeping him this low health means he might as well be dead. The Baron belongs to Hanwha Life.
The way that you can then snowball this lead ever further is so comfortable.
And even though Keen has teleport, he's at Cassante, and there are no flank wards, there is no setup for him.
God.
And you're getting chunked out. Oh, the ult!
Mega Inferno Bomb!
And it's Zeka's Yone. It's about as classic Hanwha as you can get with Delight on the Rel. And this team has shown some magic in the past.
And this is another shot at Soul as well. That's a ward that you're standing on there, Doran. A little bit dangerous. But they are going to move on top of this Dragon right now. Bouncing Bomb, a lot of damage onto Canyon. Pays still wanting to try and find that window, find that angle. The hook is going to connect. The knock-up onto Peanut as he flashes down, ults back in. The Impale is decent, but the Yone's already struck. Chovy trying to get himself out of there, but Pays once again is going to get executed, and Chovy is the next in line. He'll break his arm guard, but I think that Hanwha Life want to break more than that, as the Q is going to miss. Chovy's still going to go down, and Hanwha Life Esports another team fight win, and this one, I think, was the real backbreaker. Let's get another one. It's another game 5 for Zeka. We didn't know what would happen, but we should have assumed that if it's game 5, he gets it done. Him and Viper able to put that work in. One last fight here as Delight is taken down. But Lahens, I think, is going to follow soon. Peanut is going to say goodnight to his ex-teammate, and they get to work on the Nexus turrets. Hanwha Life Esports have changed history, and they will end the reign of GEN.G, and a new Tiger is in charge here in the LCK.
Hanwha Life Esports, our first finals under this banner. 8 years since Rocks Tigers, and since they acquired this team, they have the last Rocks Tiger on the roster, a former player of the team that wanted to make history with 5 titles in a row. The 5-peat is denied, and history was made not just once with T1 not making the final here, defeated by Hanwha, but Hanwha beat the other side of our rivalry, of our repeated GEN.G T1 matchup, the one that's always prophesized, the one we always know is coming, but Hanwha will lift the trophy tonight.
So well deserved. And the 4 championships, unprecedented from GEN.G, that's what we have to remember. But it is so poignant that it is bookended by Peanut, by Doran, and by Delight, who helped get so many of those achievements. And finally, for the very first time, Zeka makes his way to a Game 5 in an LCK championship, and he's able to take it. And the next time that Viper is able to get there, we've seen him in Game 5s before. Some of the best League of Legends that we've seen in this country was provided by him in Game 5s. This time, he's the one to lift the trophy.
And as the golden road crumbles, Viper finally raises his trophy. The man left. The man was successful in LPL. He won Worlds! And then it still took him years after coming back to win this. And you can see how much it means to this team.
And it's almost disbelief on Viper and Zeka's faces that they're finally able to do it. And I think it means so much for Doran, Peanut, Delight, the players that were taken out of the super team, the players that were not on this GEN.G roster, to say, I don't need you. I'm on this team, and I can take the title from you.
And like, you can see how much it means to Zeka in his face. So many people have called him the patch Zerg, you know? So many people have said, oh yeah, but Akali, Silas, these champions were so good.